are some new ideas about how to grow oranges in Florida, but those ideas are based on how it was done decades ago with a modern twist. As Fox 13's Lloyd Sowers shows us, the key to growing lots of fruit on the tree may begin in the soil under the tree.
Citrus grower Chuck Bellamy was close to giving up 5 years ago. The disease called greening was devastating his grove until he made a change.
If I wouldn't have changed up, this would probably be a hayfield right now.
You'd have been out of it.
I'd be out of it.
But he has reduced costs by minimizing herbicides and pesticides. His early season Hamlin oranges that reached maturity in November are still hanging in mid-January, a sign of a healthy tree. He says the secret is in the soil, protecting the trees from greening.
The real immune system of plants and trees is the health and the life of the soil.
Ed James and Brad Turner are citrus growers and now consultants, teaching what's called regenerative agriculture. Instead of grooming orange groves to look like golf courses, they plant cover crops under the trees. They even let most weeds grow to produce carbon that feeds microorganisms in the soil. It's more natural.
This tree never intended to grow in a field. It intended to grow in that wood line over there. We took it as growers and put it out here and then had to grow it.
And after World War II, growers used more and more herbicides and pesticides that Turner says can make the soil lifeless. Regenerative agriculture reverses the trend, minimizing chemicals that can kill useful microorganisms.
It's a bit of a departure from normal growing practices these days, but it's not so different than how growers did it a couple of generations ago.
Our fathers, grandfathers, great-grandfathers were doing this, and they didn't really understand why it worked, but it worked, and now science is kind of catching up with what's really going on.
Chuck's grove doesn't look like it did 5 years ago.
From the trunk out to the drip line would be all clean, pretty, mowed, perfect.
Maybe not as perfect looking, but he says the grove his grandfather planted survives because he's now growing oranges more like his grandfather did.
How juicy is that?
In Citrus County, Lloyd Sowers, Fox 13 News.
Oh, that looks good. Just need a straw. Those consultants tell us combining old growing practices with new science and testing methods can bring a whole new way of farming.